Okay, cool. All right, here we go. I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen. As you guys know, Tuesday, Thursday is science. Before we get into that, though, we gotta talk about our work. A lot of us were not here yesterday, um, so you didn't hear like my little speech. Um, all of your work is due Friday so that I have the weekend to grade and give you your grades back Monday. Meaning, if I do not have your work by Friday, you do have a 0 for this quarter. Here's an example. If for your first quarter you got an A in math and science, your second quarter you got an A, and then this quarter you get a 0, your A in both classes goes down to a C minus. So that means if you had a B in both, then your grade goes down to a D minus. If you had a C in both, you are failing all of a sudden. All right? So what I mean by this is if you want me to grade you online, which a lot of you have been telling me, since everyone can see my screen, like Niraj, I'm going to grade his work online. Alexis, she can't get in. What? What do you mean you cannot get in? Just follow this link, silly girl. Okay. Alexis wants me to grade her online. Kabir, I'm grading online. Stella, Agni, Filmon, I'm grading them all online. Which, if I go here, it makes sense because all of those people that want me to grade their online work have turned it in online. Stella, Agni, Kabir, Niraj, Filmon, Alexis, and then a few other people, but you haven't told me like what you want to do yet. But they've turned in their work online, so it makes sense to grade their work online because then they'll get a good grade, obviously. Now, for those of you that have turned in nothing, have turned in 0 things, okay, which, let's go actually to this one. We have, what, 7 people that have turned nothing in? So, like, if you see your name, I don't have your online work. Okay? So for those of you that I do not have your online work, you have to be doing your packet. And that's what I talked about yesterday. Me and Miss Ben and Miss Perez met yesterday to talk about this. So if your online stuff isn't working, if you've been like, Mr. Hughes, Edpuzzle doesn't work, Freckle doesn't work, IXL doesn't work, and it's just not working, technology's not your friend, you have to do your packet. How this is going to work is you have to do your packet and take a picture of every page and send it to me in an email or a text so I can give you credit. I need all of those pictures of all those pages by Friday. Okay? If you want, today, tomorrow, Thursday, and Friday, if you send me at least 3 pictures a day, you'll be close to sending me all the pictures from your packet. Close to, at least. Or 4 pictures a day, or, you know, what I mean. So, if you want me to grade it based on the packet, just let me know. If you think you can get into all these websites and get caught up and do all the homework, then sure, you can do that. Excuse me. But otherwise, I will be looking for pictures and packets, and I'm going to be giving you guys the same speech tomorrow and Thursday and Friday because I can't have any of you giving me nothing on Friday and having zeros and saying, Mr. Hughes never told me, because I'm telling you every day this week, so none of you can say that. All right? No, make sure we raise our hand. I'm not done yet. If I have nothing by Friday, guys, it's a 0 and there's nothing I can do about it. Okay? You'll need to turn in something. All right? Okay, now I will answer questions. I see I think I saw Anusha's hand first. Anusha, what's up?
Do we have to do science too turn it in Friday?
This like science online?
Yeah.
Yes. If you have access to IXL, I need you to do that. Miss Ben and Miss Perez didn't tell me to send home a science packet like originally. So like this time around, you won't have a science packet if you're just doing your packet. So you'll get something that says NA, which means not applicable. So that means you didn't fail, but you didn't pass either. So you're like, it just doesn't count, basically. If you're doing the packet only though. If you are doing online and I get to grade your science, that means you get a good science grade, which is great because I know you guys haven't had a lot of science and having your science grade go up would be helpful. Stay on mute because Miss Dela Cruz should have told most of you this already, so don't go off mute. Seeing as how we are going to be Zooming for the rest of the year until June 19, then when we send out our next packet, I will have science in that packet. Now that I know that. But we will, the governor decided to keep school online to keep everyone safe, if Ms. Dela Cruz didn't already tell you. So we will be on Zoom the rest of the year until June 19th. Okay? So when I send out my next packet, it will have math, and it'll have science for those of you that can only do the packet. Okay? So Alexis, what's your question?
No question. I don't have the packet.
Oh. Okay.
It never came.
So but you can do all the online work, right?
Yeah.
Then you're fine. Don't worry about it. So guys, in some of your cases, if you never got a packet, but you can do the online work like Alexis, just do the online work. It's the same thing. Some of you can't do the online work because computers hate you, and so you have to do the packet. If you do not have the packet or the online work, you need to call me, Miss Ben, Miss Perez, Miss Williams, someone, because we have to work something out. Because if I put a 0 in on Friday and you say, Mr. Hughes, that's not fair. I can't do online and I never got a packet. Why did you wait till Friday to tell me? None of you are allowed to wait till Friday to tell me that. Okay? If you can't do the packet or online, I need to know today so we can figure out a plan so you don't get a 0 on Friday for all your work. All right? So with that being said, I am going to go ahead and start my I'll start my science lesson after Philemon's question. Philemon, what's up? No? Nothing? Okay. Well, I'm going to keep going. Hello? Nope. Philemon? Okay, I'm going to keep going then. All right, I'm going. All right, here I go. Okay, so we're going to go ahead with science. Our topic of today is change of state diagrams. So as you guys know, like the best example is water. Water is a liquid, a solid version of that is ice, and then the gaseous form of that is like steam. So what you're gonna be talking about.
Can you hear me?
Whoa, yes, loud and clear.
I was gonna say, are you getting graded on science?
Yes. You're getting graded on science if you're doing online work. If you're just doing the packet, you'll get an NA, mean not applicable. So you don't pass, but you don't fail. It's just not gonna apply to you. Okay? So, but yeah. All right, let's go ahead and get started. Okay? This one says, select the arrow that represents vaporizing. Vaporizing. Okay? Vaporizing is when a liquid turns into a gas. Just so you guys know if you forgot. Okay, so which one of these arrows, which one of all this stuff represents that? Is it this arrow? Is it this arrow? What is it? I see Niraj's hand first.
It's between liquid and gas.
Yes, it is between liquid and gas. Let me click. Okay, let me click that one, but doesn't let me click that one. Okay, there we go. Yes, it's between liquid and gas because it is a liquid turning into a gas. Good job. All right. Select the arrow that represents melting. Melting. This one's interesting. Again, the best example I can think of is think of water as water, ice, or steam. That's like the best example I can think of. Agni.
Solid and liquid.
Yes. A solid. Is it gonna let me click? Gotta do it this way. Okay. Yeah. So guys, a solid turning into a liquid is that solid melting. Yes, that is correct. All right. Next one. Pick the arrow that represents freezing. Represents freezing. Dun dun dun. Represents freezing. Draven.
Gas, liquid, then solid.
So a gas being frozen turns into a liquid and then turns into a solid?
Yeah.
Okay, so but I can only pick one arrow, so which one should I pick?
It's the one that's going liquid and solid.
Yes. So guys, he's not wrong because if a gas starts to freeze, in theory it can turn into a liquid. That's like high school level science though. You don't really learn much about that in 5th grade. But yes, so the one we focus on is a liquid turning into a solid. That would be freezing, yes. All right, nice. All right, next one. Ooh, I like this word. Very scientific. Which one represents condensing? Condensing. Dun, dun, dun. Wonder if we remember that word. Okay. I see Philmon's hand. Philmon? Nothing? No,
You
Philmon?
You called on me?
Nope, I said Philmon, but he's not saying anything.
Liquid and gas? Hello?
Oh, okay, now I can hear you. Okay, gas turning into a liquid.
Yeah.
Let me click. All right, let's see if he's right.
Nope.
Boom, yes, he is.
Oh.
Good job.
Yes.
Yes, a gas turning into a liquid is correct. That's condensation, which is like in the morning when you see like all those water droplets, the dew on like grass or like on your car. That was all the cold air, throughout the night, now turning into a liquid because the sun came out and started melting that cold air into like super tiny water droplets. So good job. All right, vaporizing. That's a fun word. Vaporizing. I see Jay's hand. Jay.
The arrow between liquid and gas.
Yes. The air between liquid and gas. Yep. When you're cooking and then you have like water in a pot and it starts to boil and all that steam comes up, that's water vapor. Vapor. Killing it, guys. Awesome. Nice. Here we go. Next stage. Now we got a lot of arrows. okay? And it's not telling us, it's not giving us hints this time. So select the arrow that represents melting. And now we have 4 options to choose from. Which one represents melting? Dun, dun, dun. Let's see. I have not heard from Why Is Life a Thing? Stella, Kabir, Anusha, Damaya. I would like to hear from one of those people. And Alexis. Damaya, was that you raising your hand or no? No, okay. Well then I think I saw, oh God, there's a lot of people. Why is life a thing? Tell me.
The bottom right.
Bottom right, the solid into a liquid. Let me click. Nerd. Not you. It won't let me click. Okay. Yes, a solid into a liquid. If you think an ice cube melting into water, that is correct. Awesome. Next one. Which one represents freezing? Anusha.
Liquid into gas.
Liquid into gas. You think it goes this way?
Yeah.
Okay. I will say that you are half right.
Wait,
say that-
gas into liquid.
Okay. Now you are not half right. You were half right when you said a liquid into.
Solid?
Yes. So again, if we think of water freezing, it turns solid. It turns into ice cubes. So that is why it would be that one. Good job. All right. Now this one's condensing. Condensing. Dun dun dun. Dun dun dun. Trying to see if I can call on people that I haven't called on before. Anybody? That would be Kabir, Stella, Alexis, Demaya. Alexis.
Liquid
Okay.
to gas.
So you are half right. Did you say liquid to a gas?
Yeah.
Okay. You are half right.
Or is it gas to liquid?
Yes, it is a gas to a liquid. You got to think like a cloud, which is pretty much just it's air, it's oxygen turning into rain. That's condensation. Now, if we paid close attention to what Alexis just said, answering this one will be super easy. So, Demaya, what's this one? Vaporizing.
Liquid into a gas.
Exactly, yes. Yeah, and I always like to think of cooking for this one. So when you're cooking, you see water vapor when it's steam. That's vaporizing. Nice. Right, this one is going to be for Kabir or Stella. Oh, Stella, there you go. Help me out. Melting.
Solid into liquid.
Yes. Yep, you can think of an ice cube turning back into water. It melts. Good job. All right, Kabir, one of these next. We have to answer 6. One of these, buddy, has your name on it. Select the circle that represents gas. Ooh, this one's tough. So one of these represents a gas. Which one? So Kabir, do you want to try this one? There's 6 questions, so you're gonna have to answer one of them. So do you want to try this one or or give it to someone else? I guess I could look at the chat box. I never look at that thing. Locked. Mirage. Hold on. I want to see if Kabir can do it. Is that him? Ah! Kabir. Oh, nope, not Kabir. Okay, Kabir's not saying anything, so I'm gonna pick someone else. Kabir, I hope you're there and you're not like dead. But I'll pick on someone else. I know he's not actually dead. Okay, how about Philmon?
Vaporizing and melting.
So you think it's this one?
Yeah.
You think gas goes right there?
I think, or the third one.
Or this one?
Yeah.
So let's try and figure that out together then. So if gas was here, gas would then freeze into something, and then whatever this is melts into a gas. Can anything melt into a gas?
No.
No. So let's do Philmon's second choice and see what happens. So a gas condensing into something, that makes sense because I think we just learned gas can condense into a liquid, and then a liquid can vaporize into a gas. That makes sense because I think Mr. Hughes said if I'm boiling water, it can turn into water vapor. Boom. Philmon, you are correct.
Yay!
Dun, dun, dun. Nice. All right. Next one.
Mission completed.
Mission completed. Next one. Which one of these circles is a liquid? I only see Niraj's hand, so Niraj. Well, wait, Niraj, you have to wait. I saw Kabir's hand. He hasn't done it yet. Kabir.
The first one.
This one? All right,
Yeah.
so let's test his theory. My liquid is melting. Oh no, my liquid is melting into something, and then something can freeze and turn into a liquid. All right, Kabir, is that something that we can do? Can my water melt and turn into something? Where'd he go? Did he disappear? Oh no, there he is.
No.
All right. So this was close. This was a really good guess, but unfortunately, liquids are already melted. You actually cannot melt a liquid anymore because it's already melted, which means we want to follow the melting arrow, because the melting arrow is always going to point to the liquid because a liquid's already melted. So we are going to pick the middle one because we can freeze a liquid and make it solid, and then we can melt a solid and make it liquid. So it's actually the second one. Okay? Guys, try to remember not to draw on the screen. That one looked like an accident, so I'm not going to be that mad. All right, now we're at a solid. Okay, I have officially heard from everyone, so I will start calling on other people now. Okay, Niraj, I was going to call on you last round, so I will call on you this time.
It's the freezing one. The one that's pointing to freezing.
The one that's pointing to freezing. Okay, let's test his theory. I have a solid. My solid can melt. Okay, that's true because my solid can melt into a liquid. And then my liquid can freeze and become solid. Boom, he is correct. That is true. All right, now which one of these is a gas? Ooh, it switched up the arrows and it switched up the colors to throw you guys off. Okay, which one of these circles represents the gas?
It's so
Draven.
easy.
Draven, make sure you raise your hand. I didn't call. On anyone other than Draven.
The middle one?
The middle one, let's test it. All right, my gas can freeze and become something. Well, I don't know if it can do that. Gas can be cold, but I don't know if it can freeze. And then something can melt into a gas. I don't think something can melt into a gas, but it can definitely do something else. So we're close. Draven, do you have a second guess?
The first one.
Yes, because when we test this one, my gas can condense and turn into a liquid like rain, and I can turn my liquid by boiling it and turn it into water vapor. So yeah, this one would be gas. Killing it. All right, guys, we got 2 more. Now we have a solid. I'm gonna call on, it's your boy, Philmon. And then Portia, you're gonna get the last one.
Okay, this one's a tough one.
Yeah,
And I'm gonna go with the first one.
right here.
Yes.
So let's test his theory. This one's a solid. So my solid is going to condense into something. And then this something is going to turn into water vapor, but be solid. Does that work?
No.
It does not work. So wonder which one it could be.
The last one, because it's. No.
Yes, nope, don't doubt yourself. It is true because my solid, my ice cube, can melt into water, and then my water can freeze back into an ice cube. So yes, it is this last. Oh, it is that last one. All right,
Mission completed.
mission complete. And then why is life a thing? Got a liquid.
Isn't liquid in the middle?
Liquid's in the middle. Let's test her theory. My liquid can turn into water vapor and become a gas. That gas can condense and turn back into rain. So that works so far. And then my water can freeze and become an ice cube and melt back into water. She is correct. Boom. Guys, we did so good today. See, we always do science pretty fast. You guys are really good at science. So pretty good, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and stop recording because